Have you ever looked into Veto tool bags at all? This is the one I keep on my desk at work just to use every day. Most of my time is spent programming on the computer. I'm not like using my tools every day, but I need tools when I need them because when I'm programming things, I gotta kind of, you know, see how stuff is working and testing it and whatever. I can throw it into one of my other Veto bags I have. Maybe I'll show you that one another day. I suppose I'll just start pulling tools out and
yeah, let's see what you got in there.
Telling you what I use most. That's a good one. Keep my DeWalt. It's a little 8-volt screwdriver. My favorite knife. I love that knife. I bought like, I bought a pack, I think, of 5 of these.
Yeah.
I got one at the house, I got one out there, I got one here.
Well, yeah, you can never have like too many of those because I have a couple and I always lose them. And
this is probably the most used thing in the bag. Set of Allen wrenches. My favorite Allen wrenches. Where a hex, they have the ball in. I just like the way they feel, and I love the colors because I know what I use most often. And I can just, you know, I don't even know what size the 6 is. I just know the red is the one that fits most of the stuff that I'm doing. So that's my most used one. Oh, let's see. Pull out some more stuff. This is, again, like my everyday carry bag. I try to have everything I would want to do an easy job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like, what is that, like 11 piece type?
Yeah, one of those. I don't even know what the numbers are. I don't really pay attention. While we were on the screwdriver road, pulled out a couple more Kleins here. I think this one's just Phillips and flathead. It's the exact same thing except it's Torx bits. So a few small Torx sizes on there. These are my main screwdrivers I have in the bag, and I can pretty much get to most things just using those little multi-sets there. All right, we're getting into the...
Do you take this home with you every day, or is it
No,
stay on your desk?
I usually keep it on my desk, but that is what's really nice about it is that this kit has so much in it, and I usually leave it on my work desk, but if I know I'm doing something, carry it out when I'm leaving work, I can just throw it in my car seat. All right, we're staying on the screwdriver road. I pulled out a couple more. This one's a bit driver. Throw all my 1/4-inch bits in there. This one is actually a bit driver too. It's just the T-handle. Wear set. God, I love this thing. That's awesome. I use it in both the 1/4-inch things, and then here's where the DeWalt comes back in. I'll throw the adapter in there, you know, and then I got the full.
And that's a good pack, because yeah, usually you get those bulky, you know, DeWalt Milwaukee bit sets that they don't condense real well like that one does.
All right, we'll leave it up there. We're emptying the bag. Gonna get you down to the bottom. While we're in the front pocket, I'll finish it up. Got a flashlight. You gotta have a flashlight. Put that in the electronics cabinets. It's got a magnet on the back. I don't have anything magnetic right now. You can just stick the clip on the cabinet, and then the clip rotates, so wherever you stick it, you can kind of point the light
shine
wherever.
Right on.
Gotta have a flashlight.
That's what we grew up on, was holding flashlights for Dad and just having him yell at us for not putting it in the right spot.
I was just gonna say that. There's like a skill to holding a flashlight.
Yeah.
I just said that to somebody the other day. That's a real skill to learn.
I was a better flashlight holder than my mom, so I got flashlight
that became
duties.
your job?
Yeah. Well, it's nothing more frustrating than when you are like shining a light, or if you're working and somebody's not shining the light in the right spot. It's just like infuriating.
It is. My dad has been mad at me.
That's why that's a good tool for it. Everybody needs a magnetic rotating spotlight.
That's it. The last thing in the front pocket, ratchet extensions. Basically, I got a couple 3/8 and a couple 1/4-inch.
More
you
wear
see
up?
again, I love, you got it, dude. I love wear up. If you want to see more, comment. This doesn't really work with any of the stuff in this bag. I don't keep my ratchets in this bag, but this pocket is the best for holding this rail, and that's where it fits best. And if I'm gonna be using my ratchet,
you know where to find them
my
too,
other
right?
couple tool bags, and if I'm using those, I already have this one with me.
Yeah.
So it's just a good spot to keep them. 1/4 inch ratchet on one side and bit driver on the other side. So
okay,
again,
yeah.
like I don't have my sockets in this bag, so I'm not necessarily using this there, but I can use all these bits with this. It's got a long handle, I can get some leverage. It's flex head on both ends. I'm excited to use this more. I've only used it, I think, once so far. That's my newest one. I just gotta have needle nose pliers. I don't even know what these are, but it's good set. I think they might be crescents. I don't know. They work out.
Got some crescents. I gotta. Like,
I don't know why I sound less excited for those because, you know, needle nose pliers are great.
Gotta have them. Maybe that's just it.
But it's really not one of my most used things.
It's that tool that hasn't evolved that much because it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But, you know, there is something to having a tool that's comfortable, even though.
Don't lock up on you.
Yeah. Same kind of thing here. Irwin, and you'll see. I love Nipex. Nipex would call this their Cobra. This is like Irwin's version of that. My favorite tool in the bag. I'd rather use these. Have you used these before? I've
not used them. Jake's got those. I don't even know what you call them, but like basically, as far as like not having the teeth on there. If you're doing finish work, you can't have those teeth marring up your work.
Not having the teeth, yes. And then the other thing about these is call them the Pliers Wrench. I don't know what the official name is, and you can see if you want to look them up, look them up. If you don't know about them, you should. But it's a parallel jaw. So you see when you open it up, it's not like these where it's a regular pliers action. The jaws stay parallel to each other, and that grips, you know, a nut perfectly. Yeah, anyway, open them up to the size that you're gonna need to grip, and it's better than having a wrench because it's all these different sizes. And
does that lock down too?
It doesn't lock in terms of like, it's not like a vice grip where it locks when you squeeze it in. But the hold you can have on it with, like, what makes it good is when you have it adjusted to the right size, with which this is pretty good right now. You know, the jaw is only open so far at once. And so you have it adjusted for the size of the nut that you have. But then when you clamp down on it, you know, it's not a big grip. You can keep an easy grip on that, and then just with whatever the hell they figured out. Anything you would do with a regular wrench, you can do with this, as long as you can get attached to it and hold it.
Yeah.
And it's like having a whole drawer of wrenches and having that, you know. This is my most, okay, I'll probably say second most used tool in the bag. We'll get to the other one, but yeah, love that one. It's a bigger version. You gotta get bigger sometimes.
Same deal.
Yep. So really, seriously though, with these pliers wrenches, I almost never use this one now. Side cutters, diagonal cutters, whatever you want to call them. Always doing some wiring type stuff or whatever. Gotta be able to snip wire, gotta be able to do all that. Oh, I was gonna save my favorite one for last. Got it out too early. Another screwdriver. It's a Beckhoff terminal screwdriver. PLC brand that I work with all the time for the automation stuff, and when you're wiring or have to do things, you have to stick the screwdriver in the terminal to unplug the wire, and it needs to be a small screwdriver.
So that one's just
so they always supply them with, they always supply them with their equipment, and they'll give them to us and whatever. We call them Beckies. That's kind of the same use as the little terminal screwdriver I have. This can do the same thing. It takes a little bit of force to get it in there, so I can do the same thing with this, but you know, sometimes the bit might stick in there when I try to pull it out. So I have this, and it's good for other little electronic stuff, and it's always good to have multiples of things. And that's actually one of the things I really like about this set, is it's almost, there's kind of a lot of things repeated, right? In a lot of ways. We have all the Allens there. The Wear a Bit set has a bunch of Allen sizes. Some of the most common and used ones has Torx, you know, and I got the terminal Torx or the, you know, multi-Torx and different stuff. I got, you know, how many 1/4-inch driver type things. This one, both of these, that will hold all the Wear a Bits. A lot of the stuff is kind of repeated and does all of the same stuff, but it just depends on what you're doing on.
Yeah, they're just that better tool for the job. Like, you can do it with those other ones, but like a Becky is like the specific job. Like,
you gotta have options.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, last one.
Favorite tool.
Most used and favorite, I'd say. I don't know if that's always the same, but the flush cutters, you gotta cut them flush, because you're gonna make some people angry if you don't.
What makes that better?
I don't know if you do that.
What makes that better or different than the side cutters?
Yeah, we just do a lot of electronics work, a lot of wiring, a lot of bundles of wires, a lot of stuff zip tied, you know, in that manner.
Keeping it clean and neat.
And like I said, it's not just for zip ties, it's useful for other stuff too, but this gets used most often. If I'm working on something also and have been programming it and I need to troubleshoot something, I'm probably undoing something and then redoing some zip ties. You know what I mean?
So you're using it quite a bit then, like.
So, number one, most favorite and most used, I'd say. I, again, can't go wrong with the Nipex, but I can't even tell you how much I love these things. And I have another pair of flush cutters too. Maybe we'll do a different bag a different day. I have another pair of my personal Veto Bag. That's a different bag too. We'll have to get into that. We emptied it. I love this thing. It's Veto. It's small. Keep it on my desk. Look at all this stuff. Yeah.
Everything you get in there.
Look at that. Doesn't that look ridiculous? Actually, when you kind of lay it out and see how much you can put in this thing, that I can just throw that in my desk drawer if I want to and not have it sitting on my desk.
It's got the big
literally
zipper. I like the big zippers on there too.
Oh, I'm telling you, the zippers are the best. The Velcro is the best. Like when I
zip up.
Oh man. Oh.
That's smooth.
Oh, you turned me on. Let's listen to the Velcro now.
Oh, and that's a lot of Velcro.
They have a lot of different configurations of bags, because they try to kind of cater to different industries or different types of work. This is like my work everyday carry. What I'm using 90% of the time, if I'm using tools, is in this bag. And I have other stuff, but this is doing it. I'll pack it up. So you
Throw it all in.
Let's cut it out of here.
I don't think you can get it all back in there. There's no way.
Come on. The bit set back in there. I put the ratchets in there. I didn't show you this.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
It's got a little mesh pocket inside. The small terminal screwdrivers and my side cutters. My flush cutters, favorite tool. And I keep those in that pocket because those are like my most delicate, but also most valued. You know, that's what I always use.
They give them their own special pouch.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see that in that pocket. They got stuff in there now. I usually throw the big set in bottom because I use them, but I use those less often because I'm mostly doing bigger stuff. Usually throw the other pliers in. These are bigger, so I'll throw that in the bottom too. And they're easy to fish out when you're reaching in the bag, and like you can always feel those, so I don't care if they're buried a little bit. My few screwdrivers, those kind of go on top because they're easy to get around and easy to fish out when I need them. I keep those up top because those are used probably second most often, honestly. 1, 2, 3 is the flush cutters. and then 2 or 3 is between. That's hard to say, but these, I would say the Allens, but only because it's a bunch of sizes, so.
Yeah, and like totally different tools where it's like, how do you pick?
These are like tied 2 and 3, I don't know. Knives used relatively often too, it happens, but with the flush cutters, you know, I'm not really cutting a lot of random stuff when I'm at work, so if I'm cutting something, it's probably a zip tie and I have the flush cutters out. I said I haven't been using it too much, but I want to, so I keep it on top. Light, I forgot to throw the light in. Put that up in the front pocket and throw it in there. Pack that up, baby. What do you think?